What's up everyone, hello and welcome to another video guide on Warframe. Today it's Ivara level cap build that I used and I've been using for a very long time. Till the level 2k you will be able to use it without any problems, but after that it's your skill how you use this build. And if you like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and follow. Like what you see and trust me, you will. Let's get straight into the build. The primary weapon is Tenno Glaxion, so I chose the radiation element. Now the interesting part over here is tactical reload. So imagine the loop. I am spraying Tenno Glaxion for 1 second, then immediately switch to my glaive to give that killing blow, and then come back to my Glaxion. It's reloaded. I don't even need to reload this weapon again and again, not even once. This mod is king. Since I'm using Ivara, so hush, you know how that works. It does not matter if your radiation is even 1%. It does not matter. Why? I'll come to that later. If you don't have this ribbon, look closely. It's a 60-60 mod, toxin status chance with an additional damage. This is not a crit build, so obviously you don't need crit damage. If you don't have this mod, then you can go with. We are not looking at damage with primer, we are looking at status chances. This is the best possible combination you can get for priming with Tenno Glaxion. If you look over here, I use primary frostbite. I only use this because it has multi-shot, and you need multi-shot so that you can prime more enemies with this much status chance. So don't look at this multi-shot 1.8, it's less. No, it's not less, because when you spray Tenno Glaxion, primary frostbite is triggered because you have cold, which is in good amount. There are many things I cannot explain because this video will get too much big. You don't want that. You just need to know how to use this build. So these are the 4 elements on my primer. So this is the most balanced build of Tenno Glaxion for priming you will ever find. Tenno Glaxion. Latum in cannons, minus 40% weapon recoil, 30% magazine reloaded when holstered, headshot builds 50% more in cannon charge, and obviously 2000 damage. It's a viral slash build. Enemy at level cap, the spawn of Arcane enemies is higher compared to normal. Overguarded enemies normally come from Arcane element, and this is where this shines. You would not see this primed expel Arcane in effect till the time it's level 2k. And since you will have very high level overguarded enemies, why not use it to advantage with secondary fortifier, which will give you overguard. Steal their overguard and become invulnerable. Remember, there's a cap of 15,000. It goes quickly down as well as you progress, but it's good to have. So this is the build I'm using for Latum for level cap, viral slash, and this is the main damage dealer. After level 2k, don't even prime much. Switch to this, 2 or 3 bullets, overguard gone, and then the play of armor strip and health damage. Simple. The negative crit chance minus 61.3. Because of that, your 2000 damage triggers more often. Other stats are good to have, but they don't matter much. Having a negative crit chance helps a lot. Viral slash Latum build with secondary fortifier and prime expel Arcane with these mods. Without negative crit chance, damage will not be that much often, and since your Latum will be the main weapon to help you in level cap, so I would suggest you to get this negative crit chance. Without it, find it hard. It will still work, but it will be hard. Then glaive prime, and you need it for the acolyte. Acolyte is a major problem at level cap. It instantly kills you if you have even survived at level cap. It's a pure slash build. If you look over here, melee retaliation. Now why melee retaliation? I'll come to Ivara Prime build and then explain it to you, because if I showed you Ivara Prime earlier, you would not be able to understand how things are. So you have 2 options over here now, since the update came, and you have this Arcane, which fits in beautifully. I've not tested this Arcane yet, but still, it's good. I use retaliation for my level cap, but Melicarine is also a good option. This is important in this build. It's a synchronization. How? I'll tell you later. So I'm using Astral Twilight, Orbiting Slasher and Lashing Strikes. You need to have a ribbon. You need to have this good crit chance and crit damage ribbon. It's a 4 slash build, so you would need good crit chance. Misery that comes, you need these 2. Keep these 2 and it will be very easy to kill the misery at level cap. Even the shadow that it comes, you would easily cheese. It's a slash build, you know. What condition overload does is, so when I'm hitting an enemy, it's a 4/80%. If the enemy gets slash and impact, then 80 into 2 into the 16, 160. So 160%. If it's puncher as well, 80 into 3, 240%. That's how it works. Now, the real game. Let's count the number of elements. Slash impact puncher, 3. Your primer, which has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 multiplied by 8. 560% damage. That's how condition overload works. As many elements you have applied on your enemy, that much damage is given as per the element. One element gives 80%. You have 7 elements. 7, 8, the 56. 560% damage. Overguard taken down. Then you hit the enemy with the glaive and boom, game over. Melee retaliation, it gives you extra damage per shield. So Ivara can go, I think, up to 1973 shields, and every 200 current shields I get 30%. Take it half, like 240% of a damage. It's a kind of killing blow mod. It gives 120% damage and you are getting 240%. I'm taking half of this because it's an overshield active. So you are getting a free killing blow over here. So you already have this. Plus you have killing blow over here as well. If you put Melikarine, it will give same damage. That's a test you can do. So those 7 elements, multiply it by 80. 7, 8, the 56. 560% damage you are giving. Plus with melee retaliation, 240%. Hell lot of damage. Plus glaive has its own slash. How would an enemy survive? And if this kicks in, Prime Smite Orkin, you are the dad of the mission. So that's how it is working. But, there is a way to do it. First, you will use your Tenno Glaxion spray for 1 second. Enemies will freeze. When they are frozen, you do your glaive stuff, magic. Tenno Glaxion, 1 second spray, glaive prime, boom, heavy attack, gone. It's about skill after level 2k to use this build or any other build. For level cap, you need skill. Now you know how the weapons would be working. Let's come to the Ivara. The shards I used are 3 armor max Tau Forged. Because I get 1053 armor. It reduces damage to health by 77%. It's kind of damage reduction. The damage you are getting from enemies has to be as least as possible. To do that, armor. 2 Parker velocity shards. 1 would not be enough. She would not feel quick to move around in the map. You might lose on objectives. The speed at which Ivara can move in the map with the help of these shards is equivalent to a Volt running with its second ability on. If you are good enough with Parker velocity, you can match that speed. So this is the Ivara Prime build I'm using. The main emphasis of this build, I need energy regeneration without relying on external energy resources. To do that, I have Energy Nexus. I am gaining health and energy and a good efficiency build, giving me 175% efficiency. And since I'm using Pillage, so I have duration less. And if you look at the strength, it's 201 only. In 1 Pillage, 50% armor strip. In 2, I can easily get 100. Instead of going for 400% strength, I used Pillage 2 times, do the armor strip. Plus, Molt Reconstruct gives me health back every time I pillage. So in 1 Pillage, I am regaining my health with Molt Reconstruct, also gaining overshields, cleaning my status pets, the Rolling Guard. And these overshields help you in your melee to gain more and more damage per 200 current shield. Isn't that amazing? That is the beauty of AJJU 97, a complete synced belt. Now the schools I'm using is Madurai, the first ability and the second ability. Second ability is your life savior. You know it how. Coming to companion, Shade Prime. The reason, I need something right on top of my head to keep me invisible in a range, because at level cap you cannot rely on your companion. It will keep dying. It will push you back into a zone from where you left. That is why you need something which is right at top of your head. Hurascobro you can try, but it will go down a lot because at higher level enemies your Hurascobro would be down and surrounded by enemies and you can't even revive your companion and gone. 1 second wasted at level cap means you are dead. So you can't have that delay. That's why Shade Prime. This is the build I am using. For this coolant leak to work while Ivara is invisible, I needed something like Hellstrom. While I am invisible in Ivara, the cold status spreads. Hellstrom is the only one which helped me spread that cold status because I need cold. You can have viral if you want, viral heat, that is also fine, but corrosive cold I would recommend. It makes the enemies softer to kill, kind of a small armor strip. That's why I went for corrosive cold, so that I can get that breathing space, which is very useful, which you have seen obviously in the gameplay that I did for level cap. So this is the level cap build I've been using. I've done it so many times in my past live streams. You can easily scroll back to any and see how I'm spraying. Even right now today, I use this Tenno Glaxion, the same build. This is my favorite currently. On Ivara, this is my perfect companion build. Like, I don't change it. You can do solo level cap with this build. Certified, guaranteed, done live so many times, you can check. So that was my level cap build for Ivara. Go ahead, try and test this. You would know how this works. That's it for today's video. Until next time, let me know in the comment section how this build worked for you, what suggestions you have, and what do you think about this level cap build. Until then, next time. Bye bye, GG, take care, have fun, enjoy.